Chris Baker with Baker DMM, and this is our video coaching newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be how you can help with our community outreach efforts. And this specifically relates to seniors and financial fraud and elder abuse. And before we jump into our discussion, I want to read you a quote. The quote states, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And that was said by Winston Churchill. And so really what I want to talk about today is that in the last year, myself and my company, we've been giving quite a few presentations in the Atlanta, Georgia community. And I'd say we probably have spoken at 25 different retirement centers and senior centers and different organizations around the city. Most recently, we spoke at Emory University at their OLLI program. We covered basically what is financial fraud and elder abuse. We go over what is financial fraud and elder abuse, what are the statistics, who does it affect, what income levels, does it affect men or women? The second portion of that series is, what are some of the scams that are out there? I think we go over the top 8 scams. We go over what are some of the symptoms, what does it look like? And then we cover where can you report it if somebody's been a victim, or maybe if they've been a victim. And then the final part, we cover how can you prevent it, which is really key. And that's basically financial monitoring services through a company like Baker DMM that can provide daily money management. But really, the key to prevention is financial monitoring. And so we've been going to these communities in these different centers, and I think we've gone to, like I said, 25. And some of these places we visit 2 or 3 times, to over the course of a few weeks or a couple of months, to give presentations. So we've met a lot of different people, a lot of different professionals, elder care attorneys, home care companies, social workers, all sorts of different professionals relating to the senior care industry. We've met, grandchildren, children, we've met seniors, a little bit of everybody. And it's pretty shocking, as a collective whole, that so many people don't know about just even the most really basic needs or services that could really benefit someone if they ever run into issues with their finances, particularly if they've ever run into any financial fraud and elder abuse issues. There's some key data that's not being communicated, not getting to the right people, and it's really making their lives more complicated. So that's really the big issue. Things like, what is daily money management? I was at a conference 2 weeks ago. I think there was over maybe 35 people at the Georgia Gerontology Conference, and I think 2 of them had heard of daily money management. In other engagements where we've spoken, we might have a room full of 10 or 20, 30 people, and maybe 30, 40% have heard of APS, which is Adult Protective Services. And really, Adult Protective Services, if you've ever been a victim of financial fraud and elder abuse, or someone, whether it's a family member, a friend, whoever it is, you can report anonymously. And that should be the first place, because if you report to APS and they investigate and they find issues, they are going to make a report and give it to the local police department, whatever jurisdiction the crime took place, so they can investigate it. So it's almost like knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone. And additionally, another number you should call is the Attorney General's office if you've ever been a victim, or if you know someone that's been a victim of a financial scam. And a lot of people don't know these resources. They don't know where they should call. If they've been a victim, there's a really lack of knowledge of the issue overall in itself. And I think it's because financial fraud and elder abuse is kind of, it's swept under the rug. It's an under the radar crime, because a lot of times the people committing the crimes are people that are closest to the senior. I mean, really, if you look at the statistics, the majority of abusers are going to be family members, children, people closest to the senior, and then of course right after that would be caregivers, and then you have people really nowadays all over the world, through technology, trying to connect with these seniors and take advantage of people who have physical and or cognitive impairments. These people generally can't do the day-to-day financial tasks that a lot of us that are healthy, cognitively and physically, those are the people like that can do it on their own. So really, the people that are vulnerable, seniors, they're preyed upon left and right. So where we connect right now is that you're watching this video, you can share this information. You can share it with your family, your friends, whoever it is, to help spread, do the community outreach. We have technology now, we can put it to good use and start getting all this information out. So if someone's aging and they're gonna need help managing their day-to-day finances, they know there are companies out there, financial service firms like Baker DMM that can help them review the mail, pay the bills, monitor their accounts, act as a financial advocate or liaison for them, and then for the children and the grandchildren and maybe it's the caretakers and the people taking care of grandma or grandpa or mom and dad, and maybe they need help. The busy family, they have jobs and they've got children and they've got, their lives are full. Maybe it would help them to have a financial service company, help them manage mom or dad's financial matters. So it's really key that we get this word out so that people can start to get the help that they need and deserve. And really that's the key. The problem is that there's not enough community outreach, there's not enough education, there's too many people that are financially illiterate that don't know, when emergencies or crises happen, they don't know what to do or where to contact to help, make sure either to prevent it and or to fix it if something does go wrong. And really the solution is what we're doing here. We're reaching out to you, and hopefully in turn you'll reach out to all those people in your network and help spread the word. So if you found this video helpful or interesting, please feel free to share it on your social media channels. Share it with your family, your friends, your neighbors, or really whoever you think might benefit from viewing this information. And if you ever have a question that you'd like me to answer in one of our video coaching newsletters, you can shoot me an email. Try to keep it to 2 to 3 paragraphs, maybe 200 to 300 words, and I'll try to answer that in one of our upcoming newsletters. And if you'd ever like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com, scroll to the top of the website, click on Request an Appointment, fill out your information, submit that information, and I'll reach out to you in 24 to 48 hours to schedule an appointment. And until then, we'll talk to you all soon.